Hello and thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to demonstrate the easiest cable stitch in crochet. So for this stitch you need a multiple of 5 plus 3 plus 1 for the starting row, the foundation row. And for the foundation row we're just going to work double crochets, so double crochet or single crochet if you're American into the second chain from the hook, and then go on and work the same stitch into all of the chains until you reach the end. So we're going to be working in trebles for this row, so you can either start with a chain 3 or do what I do, and that is insert hook into the very first stitch, pull yarn through, yarn over needle, and come through the first loop on the hook, yarn over needle and through both loops, so you've got like a neater looking beginning. And then we're just going to treble into each stitch, or double crochet if you're American. When I say treble you just interpret that as double crochet, and continue to the end of the row. So for the next row we're going to use a chain 3 or a begin stitch is what I call it. And then we're going to treble crochet 2, and then we're going to miss the next stitch, and we're going to front post treble around the next one, and then yarn over, and staying at the front go back and treble front post treble around the stitch that you missed, and then work a treble crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then miss the next treble and front post treble around the next one, and then come back at the front and front post treble around the one you just missed. Treble into the next 3 stitches, and once again miss the next stitch, front post treble crochet around the next stitch, and then stay at the front and go back to the stitch you just missed and front post treble around it. And that's the sequence that makes up the first row of the pattern, so just continue using that until the end. So for the next row, a start stitch or just chain 3, and then work a treble into the next 2 stitches, and then you're going to go behind the first front post treble from the previous row and work a back post treble around the first one, and then go back in and work a back post treble around the next one, and work a treble into the next 3 stitches, and again go around the back of the first crossed treble, and then go around the back of the next front post treble. Just go through that once more. So work a treble into the next 3 stitches, and then go around the back and work a back post treble around the first cross treble, and then work around the back of the next cross post treble, and just continue repeating that sequence to the end of the row. So for the next row, chain 3 or start stitch, and work a treble into the next 2 stitches, and then go to your crossed trebles and work a front post treble, missing the first one, and working a front post treble around the second, and then yarn over and go back to the first and work a front post treble, and then work a treble into the next 3 stitches, and then work a front post treble around the second twisted treble, and then come back and work a front post treble around the first twisted treble. Treble into the next 3 stitches, and then miss the first cross treble and front post treble around the next, and then come back to the first one, front post treble around that. So that's the second pattern row, and we're just going to repeat the last row in this row, and that's all there is to it. So continue to the end of the row, and then just repeat the previous row, the one before the one you've just done, and repeat the last 2 rows until you've reached your required size.